I can't believe I'm wearing a football right now. That is crazy. I will never do this again. We are going to make the iconic football top, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. This top has lived in my head, like fully think about it daily since I saw it the first time. So we're gonna make it. Let's get into it. Quick disclaimer, obviously this is not my idea. I'm not trying to steal this idea. However, I did see her make it and I'm obsessed with it. It just, chef's kiss. So I'm gonna attempt it. If you've ever watched Natalie and Greta, you know what I'm talking about when I say this is the cartoon mom. Anyways, we are going to make a pattern. I did not show you guys how I did this last time because it was low-key a little embarrassing, but this is how I make my patterns at home for free. And let me put you guys on because it's actually not that bad. Not only did I choose this top because it's the Bills and I'm making a football shirt today, but I also chose it because I just genuinely feel like this is kind of a similar shape to what I'm going for. And normally I'd have my boyfriend here to help me with this, but we're on our own today, and that's okay. Oh! Make sure you don't tape your hair into it. Guys, I'm struggling right now. I don't have one of those mannequins, so this is how I do all of mine at home for my costumes. And honestly, so far it's worked. Now for the weird part, which is trying to get this off. So it should look like this. Quick side note, if you're doing this at home, I wouldn't recommend wearing a shirt that you like underneath in case you do cut it. I've done this a few times, so like I'm kind of knowing what I'm doing-ish. Definitely don't wear one of your favorite shirts. I would recommend, honestly, last time I did this with nothing on, or a sports bra or a regular bra. Do it with something with less fabric so you don't have to like worry about cutting all of that. I somehow got this super even. I don't know if you're seeing this, but this is like perfect. Don't know how I did that, but I did. So I'm gonna cut off all of this excess. I'm just cutting that off so the pattern is a little easier to follow. I'm going to leave the little breast pieces on there. I'm not sure if I'll actually use them yet, but I'm just gonna leave them just for now. Oh my God.
Part of this is going to get a little bit confusing, so I am going to throw in a slight voiceover. So this part, you'll see me punching all of these tiny holes, and I had a different string at first I was going to use that didn't look realistic enough like a football lace, so I ended up punching every other hole. I didn't record it, but every other of these holes gets punched with a bigger size hole punch, and I used a thicker string to actually put these together. Do not do this right here. Don't cut these in half. I ended up ruining them, and I had to go buy a third football to use new panels because I ruined these. But basically, every breast piece is going to have its own panel along the rib cage. So like right here, I'm going to cut this one to the size of the breast piece closest to like my sternum, and then I'm going to cut the next piece closest to the size of the other breast piece. So I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but basically each breast panel is going to have its own chest panel. And this piece right here is going to be the back. I don't know why I just randomly cut that and like moved on with my life, but that is going to be the back pieces where the lace is going to go through. But as you can see here, I'm cutting these kind of into a crescent shape like I explained, and those will be the pieces along my rib cage. So you're going to need probably about 4 of these pieces to make this happen. The breast pieces each took 1 of those panels as well. So I ended up using 3 footballs for this entire process. So again, I ended up punching the holes too small. I also went over this whole thing and went every other hole to make it bigger. I didn't show it because it was just a long process. But as you can see, I'm punching the small holes yet again. So I wasted a ton of time because this was super tedious, which is fine. It's okay. But I do end up punching every other hole just slightly bigger and using a bigger string. As you can see here, the holes are punched, the bigger holes, so you see what I mean? It's every other hole. I used this thicker, coarser string. I just felt like it would hold up better, and it looked more realistic, and it fit the football kind of vibe better. So that's what I ended up doing. But the process was the same, just, you know, punching the holes and stringing the thread through. Right here, I'm just trying it on. I'm lining up the little pieces, just seeing where I need to trim, because I gotta trim the bottom of like the breast part and then the top of the part that's around my rib cage. So that bottom panel there needs to be trimmed and more like shaped, I guess. I waited to try this on to see where I wanted it all to line up, and now I'm just gonna pin it, and that's kind of how I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna cut it and the shape of everything that I want. But I wanted to line up that centerpiece with the laces just to see kind of what was going to line up and what was going on. Then right here, I am figuring out what pieces I want to use to kind of make the back piece look a little cooler. So this is what I ended up doing. I'm cutting these 2 pieces right here, and I'm going to attach them to that piece I cut in half earlier. And I'm going to punch the holes kind of where the white line is. I think it'll look really cool, and I think it'll just add a little bit of character to the back of the piece. Because otherwise it's just going to be boring. It's just going to be brown, and I don't want that. I want it to look cool. I want to have like some sort of fun thing going on in the back. I don't want it to just be plain, you know? Then this is where I realize, okay, I shouldn't have cut these pieces in half because I'm not gonna be able to use them. This is where this is me contemplating.
So I messed up and I got a third football, so.
This is everything lined up. This is how it's all gonna be sewn together. I think it looks really cute and I'm very excited with how everything looks. Now I just gotta attach it all and finish sewing it all together. These are the back pieces, and I'm about to line those up on this piece, which is the whole middle piece of the shirt. I want to sew these on before I make any cuts, but right here I'm showing you that I'm going to cut across that and kind of like line it up with the back piece. So it's going to be at an angle, and it's just going to make it look a lot better, but I don't want to make any permanent cuts in any pieces because I already messed up. So I want to make sure that I line everything up first before I do anything permanent. I'm just drawing a line to make it easier for me to cut along and follow, and then I am going to cut at this angle that I just drew out, and then I'm also going to make some minor adjustments to the parts that I sewed together and just make a couple extra holes, sew it so that the string comes down to the very bottom of the pieces and doesn't have a weird like space between the end of the string and the bottom.
It's the next day and there's a couple finishing touches I need to do, but like, guys, it is like done. So let's do the last little touches. Just to kind of catch up on what I did yesterday, I went around here, I stitched obviously all of these pieces together. Now I just need to punch the holes for the eyelets into here and into here. And then I need to try it on, make sure it fits, and if not, I'll have to kind of adjust and do a couple things to make it fit me better. I also realized I never laced around this. I kind of want to just like do what I did with these little pieces here, but to the center part. The sass. Okay. I put 4 eyelets here, 4 eyelets here, and then 1 in each spot where the ball would be blown up, and the 2 up here. So I bought this chain to go around the neck portion. I think I might add like a clip so I can just like clip, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Are you ready for this? Because I'm not. Like you're lying. I can't even believe how good this came out. I also left out that little centerpiece she had because I like how it kind of splits and like my belly rings there. Let me give you guys a better look. This is what it's looking like. I love this so much. I put some chains up here, obviously. This is what the back is looking like. I am gonna trim both of these things. I'm gonna trim these and this little thing here. but I like that these are long. So I'll probably trim them to like here. So they still dangle because I like the dangly. And then she had a piece like right here. I don't think I'm gonna put a piece there because I like that my belly ring shows through. And it makes the girls look so good. Oh my God. Most of you know I'm super new to like fashion stuff, super new to making clothes. Like I made a pattern, but I ended up just winging this entire thing and literally chopping up footballs, just like hoping for the best. And I'm really happy with how this came out. Like I'm so proud of this. I'm probably never gonna wear it to anything, but like it's so cute, like Super Bowl outfit, you know? I literally spent 12 hours doing this yesterday and I finished it. I bought footballs and started cutting them up and I was just like,
did you actually like cut up a football?
Yes.
Wait, let me look at it again. It looks so good.
Thank you. Oh. I'm probably never gonna wear this because like where am I gonna wear this to? But like it was so much fun to make. It was so cute. I'll link all of my products down below. I probably won't have an exact link, but I will link all of the things, like the general things that I needed and used for this project. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. It was more so just for fun, not really because I'm gonna wear this probably ever, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and I will chat with you guys later. Bye guys.